Alright, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Welcome. I am your host and pilot, as always, Uncle B. We are back in the Junkers 52 3M, not the retrofit. We are continuing our journey to Indonesia here in the base model Junkers 52 3M, 3 motor, heading to Indonesia. We are departing today from Ranchi and heading to Kolkata. It's a straight shot now. I was looking at the Sky Vector map. There is an airport about, let's see, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, about 70 nautical miles away, which would mean we would have roughly 110 nautical miles to our destination, but we're just going to do a straight shot today. I've got a couple of features that, I'm looking at the Sky Vector right now. And again, if you want to just put together a VOR to VOR flight plan or even a VFR flight plan, you don't have to sign up for anything. Skyvector.com. You can do that. Now, of course, in some areas, the airports are not available because either they just don't exist in Sky Vector, or they are military bases, so they cannot exist in Sky Vector. But most of them do. But if you can find a nav aid near the airport, you can put that in for your flight plan, and that'll give you your directions and your headings and all that kind of stuff. So, anyway, we are so basically what we're going to do. We're going to take off here from runway 31. Pull up the handy dandy VFR map while we're waiting to see if anybody's going to talk or hello, Mr. Addies. Sorry, I'm just so we're going to take off and then we're going to hang a right and head on a heading of 102 towards Kolkata. Should be a fairly straightforward flight. Can't imagine we're going to have to climb up too high. I think it's going to be fairly flat or very low mountains, and we're already up at almost 2,000, just over 2,000 feet. So it shouldn't take much to get above everything here once we take off. Just waiting to see if anybody is going to be in to fly today. I don't think so, but that's okay. But we'll wait. Let's see what other. So yeah, that's our plan. For today. I could want to. I'm fine, Joseph. I'm trying to think, would it be worth, I mean, it's not like a huge way out of the way, but the only thing I like is the way we're heading right now, and I think I'm going to leave it this way because our heading is going to take us right to the VOR, and then the VOR is just above our landing runway. So it'll be easier to come in to land. Once we know we're a little bit closer and we're within distance that we can get ready to land, it's going to be a little bit easier to deal with. So I think I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Yeah, we're just going to do a straight shot today. I don't think so, Joseph. I don't see him on the list. Usually he's on. If he is, he's usually on already, kind of getting things set up. So I don't think he is today. I didn't get any message from him, I don't believe, last night over on Discord to say that he was or anything, but I kind of feel like the last couple days of flying and stuff have kind of worn him out. So yeah, he's not even on Discord, showing on Discord right now. So it's fine, people fly when they can, when they want to. It's fine. So yeah, it's perfectly fine. Not a problem at all. So, yeah, but we'll wait just in case he might be on. Yesterday he was on his way home. He got home just in time to fly with me. So, we got time. I'm not in a rush, but if it gets closer to 7:30, I'm just gonna line up and take off. He's got the information on the Discord. He can pop in and catch up to me or fly. So it's just a straight shot. So it's fine. No, I can't expect everybody to people to fly with me every day. It's just not. I don't think it's very reasonable. People have other things going on, family things and whatever. So it's fine. Sunday, I have revamped the flight for Sunday. We will not be in the Kit Fox. What I realize is I like to have, and because if you don't have the Kit Fox, you can't fly out of this little small airport that comes with the Kit Fox. So I have found a rather nice flight to do over Canada on Sunday. We will take off from a small airport near Door Lake, and we will head over to a town called Regina. We'll land at Regina. So it should be nice. We got a couple of points along the way that we're going to fly over, some VORs, and it should be nice and scenic. Some beautiful Canada scenery, northern Canada. I think it's closer to the west coast of Canada, up Alberta, I think. And so it should be a nice flight for that. So somebody else is watching. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope whoever it is well. Since you don't identify yourself, then I cannot bid you a personal named good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, or whatever the case may be. So yeah, I don't know that Mick. He's not saying anything, and I don't see him online. So, but we got time. He might still be sorting himself out if he just got home, like he did yesterday. But it's fine. So we got time to wait. No, I never know, quite honestly, Joseph, I never know when people are going to fly with me. I just leave let me just put in, we're in south. I think it's Southeast Asia server. Let me just double check. Yep. No, Joseph, you cannot do stunts in this plane. That is not what this is built for. No, it is not fast enough to do a roll or anything like that. No, it's not a stunt plane. There's only a few stunt planes that are, well, I guess what you would consider to be stunt planes in the sim. It's harder for me to do them because I don't have, I always talk about this, and I don't mean to sound like I'm begging or anything, but if I had a flight stick or a yoke or whatever and everything, then it would be easier to do. I just can't do them always with the regular standard controller. So yeah, that's the drawback, unfortunately. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull it on the runway here. Yeah, no stunts in this thing. There are some biplanes that you can do stuff like that in. There's a couple. Well, there's more than a couple planes, I think, but it's not. Yeah, if I had a setup for it, it would be a lot easier to do. But it just doesn't. It's harder to do because I can, because the thumbstick is very, it's not very precise. And when I try to be precise with it, my thumb gets tired, quite honestly. All right. Well, somebody else is viewing. I don't know who, so I don't know if it's Mick. I'm just going to get up here on the runway and pull forward a little bit. We got plenty of runway. Shouldn't take very much to get us in the air once we hit the throttles and all that. And I gotta make sure I have my thing ready for the timing. Now I'm estimating about a 2-hour, 14-minute flight. I'm hoping we can get there quicker. We'll see. All right, let me see if Mick is online or no. If he's not online, but no, I don't think he's flying today. No, I think he's got other activities going. All right, we're just going to go ahead and go. If he was online now, I would wait, but he's not there, so we're going to go ahead and go. Let me... this, and... we are running. We are rolling. Look at that. We were already in the air. Didn't even take anything from me to get off the ground. That's what I love about this plane. Once you are... oh boy. It is really... we are going off the beaten path, I think, already. I think. Yep, we are. And away we go. Alright, so we gotta pick up a heading of 102 and dial that in, so we're ready to turn here in a moment. Okay, let's climb out a little bit, and then I think we are good. Bring you back around. No. Oh. I thought it stopped. Okay. All right. Afternoon. Yep, trying to. It's been very humid here. We've had some rain last few days, and then also it's just been very muggy. I think there was like one point a couple days ago that it was a little bit cooler, but then it's been very hot and humid here. So we departed from there. There's our airport. A crusty salute to Ranchi for hosting our stopover. A little sleepover. So I've got the VOR DME already tuned in right here. 11250. Let me verify that. Yep, that is correct. And so we are heading that way for... Now, here's the tricky part that I just realized this morning when I was looking at our flight plan in SkyVector. SkyVector's distance is generally only from about... It's roughly like the middle of the airport where I guess the flag would be, to the middle of the airport at your destination. It doesn't give you like you take off and then you're gonna have to follow this route necessarily. So that's the only tricky part. So this, according to the flight planner in Microsoft Flight Simulator, it's a 187 nautical mile flight. So we're going to try to squeeze everything we can out of the plane today. We've got more than enough fuel, I believe, for the flight. But I don't expect we will see this activate until for another at least 20 or 30 minutes, so that we pick up our VOR DME. I don't think we really need to climb much higher. I don't think we're flying over anything ridiculously high today. A little bit of bumped around here, it feels like. Oh, US Hippie, thank you for the follow. I just saw something come up on the chat or something. I was looking around for it, but thank you, US Hippie. Appreciate it. I see you and equals a follow. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. We fly this Mondays and Wednesdays. This is an old 1930s KLM route that started from Amsterdam. We were in the Fokker F-7B on our way to Indonesia. It was a business trip, basically, to the former Dutch East Indies in the 1930s. The Fokker F-7B is a bit... the flight model is a bit off, I think. So we pressed the Junkers 52 back into service for the remainder of the flight. This is the very basic version. Not a lot of bells and whistles, which is fine. We have a heading. I have a stopwatch, and I know roughly which way we're going, so that is the important part. So we are going to navigate that way, and we're on our way to Kolkata. It's a straight shot, so thank you. So we'll be back in this on Monday. Tomorrow we have the vintage or general aviation Thursday. We will be in the King Air 350i going from Mountain Air to Chattanooga. Friday, Monterey to Vacaville. Saturday, we will be in the P-38 Lightning going from Olympia Regional to Fairchild Air Force Base. And Sunday, we will be in the Cessna 172 departing from Door Lake heading to Regina up in Canada, northwest Canada. So, good flying coming up, I believe. But Monday, so this is leg 23 of 32. KLM did this route in a week, 7 days it took them on average. That's not including any problems for maintenance or weather. But they would fly as far as they could from sunup to near sundown because it was all VFR flying back then. And so we are, but I can't do that amount of flying in a day. It's just too much for me. So I broke it up into, it turned out to be about 32 legs total. So we are more than halfway there. We are getting closer each flight. And so yeah, we'll be heading from Kolkata to, let's see, what's our, to Sitwe, Sittwe. That's got 2 legs to it. And then on Wednesday, we are going from Sitwe to Yangon. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly. So yeah, we got that going on. Yeah, lots of good stuff coming up. Getting off track here, looking at my notepad for what we got coming up. There is a Discord if you want to keep up with what we're doing. I do post the schedule for the week. It's always subject to change. If I'm not flying for some reason, I try to post in there like earlier that morning or something that, hey, the flight's canceled for today. And then, but I also put, if you want to fly along at some point, we are up. If you want to know the server or anything like that, you're more than welcome to fly along if you want. It's not like a chat necessarily. It's just a way for me to communicate with you all that, when things have changed, or like a change to the flight or a change to the schedule for whatever reasons, just so that I can communicate. Yeah, this is the very basic model, but this is the one of the few paint schemes they have for it, liveries, whatever you want to call it. There's not a lot on offer, unfortunately, for a livery for the Junkers 52. I wish somebody would do some stuff that just, and I get it, this plane flew during a very unpleasant history in Germany, but I'm sure there's ways to have a livery that kind of reflects, doesn't reflect the Third Reich or anything, a Deutsch Lufthansa. But the difficult part is Deutsch Lufthansa, not Lufthansa, but Lufthansa was basically, yeah, I can't get the custom ones because I'm on the Xbox, but I know Deutsch Lufthansa was part of the German government, the Third Reich and everything. They were essentially, they were doing flights from what I read. Yeah, exactly. So if somebody could put some more paint schemes out there, it would be great, or liveries, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, apparently they were still flying over to the UK. Before World War II really kicked off, and what the pilots were Luftwaffe pilots, and so they were making notes and they were basically spying. So yeah, I didn't know that, but yeah, they were basically gathering information about the UK whenever they were landing there in Britain. Okay, haven't picked up our signal yet. I've only been in the air 12 minutes. It might be a very low power VOR DME, but who knows? We'll find out eventually. So yeah, I'm sure over on the PC side, there's probably somebody has probably put together some, but on the Xbox side, I can't download them. I'm stuck with what I have, unfortunately, and I don't have a way to. There's no like livery editor or anything, so I'm kind of stuck with what we got. So maybe somebody eventually will spend some time and get some liveries together for it. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Hello, Amela. Speaking of mod, there's my mod, Amela. Hello, how are you? I had, oh, before you ask, I had, what did I have for dinner last night? I don't remember now. Boy. It must not have been anything exciting, that's for sure. I think I just had a sandwich or something. It wasn't anything like super exciting. It was just so hot. I just didn't want to make anything. Just like, yeah, I think it was just like a sandwich or something. It wasn't anything exciting, I can tell you that. Mella's our resident food connoisseur. I'm good. Yeah. Doing good. Just cruising along here to Kolkata. Way off in the distance there somewhere. Six people watching. Well, thank you all for coming in. Do say hello in the chat. Don't be a stranger. Don't be a lurker. Say hello. If you say hello, Mr. Addies might even buy you a beer at some point. You never know. I had a salami sandwich. Ooh. Salami sandwiches sound good. The only thing with salami is it can be very... Sometimes it can be very salty. But, yeah, I don't mind a salami sandwich. It's not that bad. Speaking of Mr. Addies, Joseph. One more Joseph. Yesterday, good sir, you were a hot mess in your stream yesterday, quite honestly. To make a pulled pork sandwich. That sounds good. Yeah, you were a... Hey, hello, Vengeful Squid. Nice to see you here. How are you? Yeah, you were... You were all over the place yesterday. It was getting very difficult. Hello, Gung-Ho Guy. Nice to see you here. Yeah, it was getting very difficult to watch you after a while, to be honest. It was... You were... Man. Oh, my goodness. It was getting to be painful. But anyways, so yeah, we are on our way to Kolkata. Still waiting to pick up our lone VOR DME that is just above our runway 19 right. Our true heading onto the runway will be 187. So as we get ready to turn into the airport, I will dial that in on our heading bug so we make sure we are lined up correctly. We are waiting to see if we pick up once we pick up our VOR DME, we will adjust our well, it was that, Amela, it was a number of things. Let's just put it that way. Joseph, you really need to get better at muting yourself when you step off stream, because there's things that we're hearing that we don't need to hear, quite honestly. So, yeah, it's you need to keep private things private. Let's just put it that way. But anywho, so yeah, we were waiting. We're on a straight shot. There is an airport that was somewhere over in that direction, somewhere over there, that I could have flown to, and then we would have had another. So it would have been like 2 legs today, but I just figured 1 leg is enough. I don't know that they, well, because they didn't navigate by radio, other than they would call once they figured they were near, very close to their airport based on their visual references. They could say, yep, we're close enough. We could call in and they could verify that they were, in fact, near their destination. Oh, yeah, I know. Well, you do that in general, Amela. That's your thing. But there was poor Joseph had way more than that going on. But anyways, so yeah, we're just going to do a straight shot to our destination today. So yeah, I think that's what they did. But what I've been trying to do, is I try to, if I can, if it's a straight shot, but it's going to be quite a bit, I'll try to find another nav point, so that way we kind of break things up a little bit. So, have you ever pulled a transit? Yes, I did do a flight. I've done 2 flights in the 747. The first one I did was from Heathrow to JFK on New Year's Eve. Of course, I got the sorry. I've been derailed. Wow, nice. So yes, I did on New Year's Eve. That was the first long flight I did, and then I did another long flight from JFK to Frankfurt. That was about 7.5 hours on in the 747 Intercontinental from JFK to to Frankfurt. It was long. It was difficult. I'm not gonna lie. It was very hard. By the time, I think, when I was about an hour out from Frankfurt, I had lost my energy. I was starting to kind of like get, like, okay, I just want to get this thing on the ground and park it, kind of thing. I was going to try to do a long haul flight every once in a while, but it's in order for me to do it, I have to plan well in advance for it. I have to have, like, food that will keep me going. Like, I was snacking on stuff, but it wasn't anything that was keeping me, there wasn't like protein in it, I should say. So if I have protein bars and other things that are healthy that I can snack along the way, then I think I'd be fine. But also I have to get up and stretch every so often, run to the little captain's room and all that. It's very difficult, to be honest. When other simmers do long flights, like when Allison Johnson does, she has somebody there to bring her food and stuff like that, so she stays alert, I guess, in a way. I don't know. But yeah, it's very difficult for me to do by myself. Yeah, see, I think that's what was happening with him last night, Amilla, was that he was speeding, and then he would go into the station thinking, okay, I'll stop like I normally do, and then he would just keep going. Or in one case, he ran right into the thing at the end at the pier. So, yeah. You can't be driving like a maniac in that train. That's for sure. So yeah, I have, but it's very difficult, ventral squid. I thought about doing one, but it's again, I think if I plan in advance, and have stuff to drink, stuff to eat, that I can, well, I still have to keep it in the fridge. I don't have space for a fridge right next to me. It's not very practical, but if if I plan it in advance, I think I would be okay. I could probably do it, but it's just part of it was eventual that, and this was early on when I was getting into streaming flight sim. I have these people come in who are just obnoxious, for lack of a better term. Oh, you need to speed the plane up. Why does it seem like you're going so slow? You need to make the plane go faster. No, that's not what the plane's designed to do. The plane is flying the way it's supposed to fly. So there was that. There was, it was very, it really kind of put me off from long distance flying, because it's like the longer I stream, it's like that's when suddenly I'm trying to think of a polite way to say it. The jackasses show up. Yeah, exactly. And that's I looked it up and I said this is why it appears that we're going slow. If you're closer, if you fly a 747 4,000 feet above the ground, yes, you're going to look like you're going way fast. But that's not practical. The 747 isn't meant to fly at 4,000 feet for a long time. I mean, you could do it, but it's not realistic. But when you're up at 40,000 feet, if you are on the ground, you look up, that plane looks like it's just barely going across the sky. But it's going fast. And the same thing, when you are looking down from 40,000 feet, it feels like you're going slow. But you are going fast. It's science. And everybody talks about science, so there's the science, and people are like, no, that's not right. That's not right. Well, I'm telling you, I looked it up. This is the truth. This is the science behind why it looks this way. Nah, I don't know, man. Okay, man. I don't know what to tell you. So, yeah, it's just, but part of that was, because initially, before I became an affiliate here on Twitch, I was streaming from Twitch to YouTube at the same time. Most of the people that were acting up were on YouTube. But now that I stream exclusively on Twitch, and it takes 24 hours for it before I can put it on YouTube, that's a different story. But the problem also is if I do say a 5.5 hour flight in the 747, say we go JFK to Heathrow, it's to download it. First off, it doesn't take long, but to load it up to YouTube, it takes a very long time, because it's got to go through the checks and the processing and everything. It takes hours and hours and hours and hours to do that. So it would probably be one that it would be, well, I would try to get it downloaded right away, but I have to at least 24 hours or more before I can premiere on YouTube. So yeah, and then, of course, who's going to sit through another, if that's a lot of stuff to sit through too, or even to listen, it can be pretty, it can be a lot. So I think I did do, there was 3 flights I did in the 747. I did one from San Francisco to JFK. And that was oh my goodness, talk about a hot mess. We came into JFK, the arrival portion was all jacked up. And at the time, I didn't know, I didn't understand the systems as well as I think I do now. But it was just, it was terrible. So it was like trying to get the plane to still continue to go to JFK. It was like fighting with it, and it was just very, yeah, it was difficult. So I don't know. It's I you know what I probably could do now that I'm thinking about it. And I'm not saying it's not like a done deal, but what I could probably do is a I have to look when I did my first stream on Flight Sim. What day it was. I know it was like the day after the sim came out in August. See, I thought it came out this month for some reason. But no, it's August was when it was released on the console. Um a may being the key word here. Do not quote me on this because I'll deny, counter accusate. um, I might do a long flight, maybe from San Francisco to JFK. Because JFK, for some reason, and the 747 do not like each other right now. Well, yeah. But I would have to start much earlier in order to get, to get the flight in and still not be like, it'd be like 3 or 4 in the afternoon by the time I get done. I'd have to get started like at 4:30 in the morning or something like that. And it would be a red-eye flight from San Francisco, so it wouldn't be very scenic either. It would be a red-eye flight, so it'd be a lot of night flying, but the sun would be up by the time, yeah, by the time we land in New York, the sun would be up. Yeah, it's just, yeah, it's a lot of flying. But if I plan ahead for it and I have good snacks and stuff like that, I think I could do it. But I don't know. It's very difficult for me, to be honest. I've done it a couple, like 3 times, maybe 4, something like that. It's not. Yeah. I mean, there was long legs on this one, and I think we still have a few long legs on this one. So, um, which is to be expected. We're not doing 450 knots or Mach 0.79 or anything up at 42,000 feet, So, we're flying how it was done back in the day. It wasn't super, of course, some of these planes were considered fast for their time. But still, it took a week at least to get from Amsterdam to Indonesia. And I had to break some of those routes were so long, or the legs were so long that I had to break it up. I was like, no, I can't do that in one sitting. It's just too much to do. I can't. No. So I don't know. I may look at it. I'm not. I'm going to consider it, but I'm not 100% sure about it. Let's put it that way. I think I would get more subs, more followers. Well, I don't know about subs. I have 12 subs right now, and I appreciate that. I may get some more followers, but also, see, the crazy thing about Microsoft Flight Simulator and viewers is some viewers want to see the general aviation stuff or classic airline, kind of like the Junkers 52. Other people, they want to see everything fast. They don't want to sit through 5.5 hours of the stream. Sorry about that. Anyways, so yeah, I would have to. It's very weird, and the other thing I noticed too is some people like to see the takeoff. and they'll watch a little bit, and then they disappear. And then it's like I'm talking to myself for like 5 hours or 4.5 hours. And then when it's time to start descending and prepare for landing, then everybody wants to come back in and talk. Yeah. I'm like, well, where were you guys all this time ago? Good morning, Mick. How are you, good sir? Nice to see you. So, yeah, it's just, it gets boring because when I'm looking at the chat and nobody's saying anything, and it's like, I feel like I'm talking, it's like, okay, we're this far and we got this far to go. We still got a lot of flying and we're just over the Atlantic and there's not a lot to see and, we're just going to keep flying, So it's, yeah, I'm just like, I'm cheering when I can, not where you are. Well, I know. I appreciate it. But it's just the viewer, the audience can be very finicky, it seems. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. No, but I mean, that's how it was at the beginning. I'm meaning eventual, is that there'd be people who would be there, they'd watch the takeoff, and then all of a sudden the chat would go dead. And I'm looking, I'm like, okay, where did everybody go? There would be a few people lurking, but they're not talking. End of July 2021. Okay, thank you. So it's coming up. Wait, was it? See, they're saying it was August of. Maybe I'm wrong. I have to look. Yeah, because I think we did the flight school stuff, Nick. It was when I did it. But anyway, yeah. So I don't. It's. But yeah, that's what would happen. I'd take off. I'd start flying, and then all of a sudden, the chat would go dead. I'm like, okay, where did everybody go? Are they just that bored already with what I'm doing? Jeez Louise. And then all of a sudden, I'm, like looking, okay, like, all right, we're going to start descending, prepare for landing, and all of a sudden, the chat, oh, hey, what's going on? Da, da, da. A zillion questions and all that kind of stuff. I'm just like, what are you guys? No, I try. Yeah. I appreciate it. Yeah, I try to keep the conversation going. Some people have questions about, I've had people come in the chat like, hey, I'm on PC and I'm having this problem. What's the solution? And I'm like, hey, go to the forums. There's people on the PC side that are much more knowledgeable than me. But I tried in the past to even have, like, if you had questions, I'd try to answer them. And then all of a sudden somebody would come in like, well, how much does this plane cost? Are you talking about in the in-sim marketplace? Are you talking about real life? Both of those you can look up yourself. That's not what I'm here to do. So people took that I would answer any question to being they could ask anything and I'm supposed to answer it for them. No, there's things that. Well, why aren't you answering the question? Why are you being so mean? I'm not being mean. I said that's like going to your science teacher and saying, well, I don't, or asking about a question that you don't even do the research. You haven't done anything to try to find the answer for yourself. The science teacher can be like, no, I'm not doing the work for you. I can go over the basics, but it's up to you to do the work. So yeah, it's just been. So I've been, I try to. It's like, can't win for losing. So yeah, it's been tough, but I try to stick with it, and yeah, I'm happy with people come in and say hello and all that. It's nice. It's just that when people come in and go like, well, why are you doing it like this? And what you should do it this, like I've had people come in and do that. What? I can't believe you're flying this way. What is wrong with you? Well, I fly the way I want to. No. You're not doing it right then. If you're not flying the way I expect you to fly, then you're not doing it right. Well, that's not how this works. Well, then you're an idiot. Like they get very like confrontational about it. Oh, you're using ATC. Oh, wow, what a sad person you like. Wow, okay. Yeah, stuff like that. It's been a quite the adventure. Let's put it that way. Yeah, and and I've seen it before in Train Sim World too, on other people's streams. You need to do the horn codes just like this. Why aren't you doing the horn codes like I tell you to? You got to do them that way, or else you're not listening to my instructions. Yeah, I've seen people get confrontational about it. Oh, you need to do it just like this on the trains. You have to. No, I don't. It's just a simulator. It's supposed to be fun. No, 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 no. You don't understand. You have to do this. This is the way it's done in real life, so you have to do it like it's. No, I don't. Yeah, it's just insane sometimes that people get so. You're right. They get confrontational about it, and when you're like, no, dude, no, I don't have to do it that way. I'm under no obligation to do it the way you want me to do it. So, you know. Well, that's the thing. I've asked people before, like whether they're on flight sim or they're in train simulator or whatever. Do you play the game yourself? Well, no, not really. I don't have it. Okay. Do you stream? No. Okay, then what gives you the right to come in and make demands of people? If you want, like, oh, you should crash this plane, or you should do this, like, you should land this plane in the water, even though it's not supposed to land in the water. Ha 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 ha. Okay, well, why don't you get the sim and do it yourself then? No, I can't afford it. Okay. So then what makes you think I want to do this thing, uh, crash? I mean, there are people, if you could find streamers who would probably be happy to run a plane right into the water for you on purpose. you know yeah, oh, it's been crazy that you need, or I would get the whole, well, can you do this flight for me? Well, not right now. Well, when? I don't know. I have a schedule already created in advance. Well, but when can you do it? I don't know. Well, can we at least look at the airport? No, because I have things to do. Once I land the plane, we end the stream. I got other things I got to do. I don't have time sometimes to do all that. Well, so you're not going to show me the airport? No. Why not? Because I have other things that I have to do once the stream ends. Well, you need to do that flight for me. No, I don't. I don't need to do anything. It's just been the strangest thing. But it seems like it's finally calmed down. I think mainly because I only stream on Twitch now. There's not really any interaction over on YouTube when there's a premiere, so that has lessened the silliness, I guess, in a way. Or, I would do a flight, because it would be somewhere like in India, for instance. So I do a flight in India. 3 or 4 days later, hey, can you do this? I just did the flight. No, 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 no. I want you to do it live. I wasn't there for that one. Well, that's not my problem, no, is it? Well, no, you need to do it again. No, I don't. I just did it. You can watch it. You can go back like 3 or 4 days. It's right there. No, I want to see it live. Well, if you weren't there that time, there's no guarantee you're going to be there this time. So, no. It's just, yeah. Very strange behavior. So, anyways. Yeah, it's not been easy. There's times, I'll be honest, there was times I was ready to just chuck it all in and just fly off stream and just not even worry about it anymore because it just got so disruptive. I had people come in, hey, can you gift this game to me? Wait, excuse me? Can you get this game and give it to me, please? What do you think, I'm like a millionaire or something? No, first off, I don't know you like that. Why would you come in and ask me something like that? Yeah, it was. It was. But yeah, people have come in and even done that. Well, can you gift it to me? I mean, come on now. Why? I don't know you like that. That's not right. You know. So yeah, it was early on. It was just insane. It is. You're right. You're right. They do. And when you're like, well, that's rude to come in here. You don't even like say hello. How are you? How are things going or anything? No, just like they'd be like, hey, so I'd be like, hello, and then immediately they would say hi sometimes, and then the very next thing was, can you gift this game to me? What? I had to read it like twice because I was like, did I just read that correctly? I was like in shock sometimes. I'm just like, what? Hey, I'm not your family member. I'm not your dad. I'm not your grandparent. No. I'm not your brother, uncle, whatever. I'm not related to you. Why would you expect me out of the blue? Like I have that kind of money just sitting around. If I had it, and like, hey, we'll give away the game to somebody. Yeah, maybe I could do that, but it's like I'm not that rich. Trust me. Yeah, it's strange sometimes that people just have that mentality of, well, or I'll one better you even. A streamer I follow, Captain Arish. If you don't follow him yet, or if you don't know who he is, I highly recommend you check him out. In fact, let me find. If you want to know like just general aviation stuff, he's doing a round the world flight in the Cessna 172. Just got to New Zealand on Monday. We'll be flying around New Zealand, I think, this evening, as long as his schedule doesn't change or something happens where at work for him. Let me get the all right. You're right, Amela. Yeah, he started off in over. Oh, Mr. Addies, they're looking for you, aren't they? No. Nice knowing you, Joseph. Yeah, he started off in Canada, and then but now he's doing more like over Australia, for instance. There's a couple people who live in Australia, so they've been talking about like interesting points. Yes. Yep. Yes, he is Gung Ho Guy. Absolutely. So do check him out. Now it was like, I think it was a month or so ago. Somebody, and I know who it was. I'm not going to say their name. If you were in the stream, you probably know who I'm talking about. But anyway, we don't have to tell that person's name. Insinuated that because Captain Arish is a streamer, he must be very wealthy. And he was like, no, I have a regular job. He said, I don't make any money off of these streams. People donate if they can, or they subscribe. And he said, it's great, but he says, I don't make anything off this. It's just a hobby. I'm here for fun and to help people learn. That's it. He said, I don't make anything really. And he said sometimes it's like he loses money. So, but yeah, this person was dead certain that in reality, Captain Orish is like this multi-millionaire who's pretending to be an average person. You know? It's like, wow, that's just the audacity to suggest that about somebody that you don't really know. You know, you're just like, wow. Yeah, that person was. Oh no! I know streamers. You have to be rich because you're a streamer. No, there are people who have become rich because they have endorsements and or they partner with somebody, you know, like a gaming company that creates like controllers or something like that, and so they get stuff for free or they get a little bit of money for promoting things. But yeah, it's yeah, yeah. That person was like, no. You got to be rich because you're streaming. It's like, wow, that's a pretty bold statement to make about somebody. Oh, there's Gung Ho Guy. Hey, look at there. Nice to see you, Gung Ho Guy. But yeah, if you want to just learn navigating, he does stuff about celestial navigating. On Saturdays, he flies with Allison Johnson. They're replicating the Amelia Earhart flights. You can join. You can fly with them if you want. You're more than welcome to. But so Allison is playing the role of Amelia Earhart, and Captain Arish is Fred Noonan, doing all the navigating and keeping things on track and saying, okay, at this point we got to turn this way, or he does the celestial navigating and stuff. Yeah, really, both of them are really awesome people. And generally in the community, if you're in there watching them on Twitch, if you have a question, either they or somebody in the chat will answer it. They're always willing to help. Whether you're new to the flight sim or you're returning to flight simming, either they or other people in the chat will be happy to help you. And a lot of them have way more knowledge than me, so especially on the PC side. There's a lot of stuff on the PC side I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you. Oh, that's fine, Gung Ho Guy. Appreciate it. Nice to have you along. We still got, let's see, we've been in the air for about 51 minutes. Still haven't picked up our VOR DME signal just yet. We're going to keep trying to head on a heading of 102 until our radio navigating needle points us in the correct direction, and we will follow that. So that's our plan. All right, just had to do a quick little ad break. I'll probably need another ad here shortly. The ad thing, I'm gonna be honest, kind of confuses me sometimes. So I don't know Yeah, there was an ad. That's part of the so I've tried to find a um oh, okay. So see, sometimes it shows, sometimes I don't know. It's very strange. But I played an ad. It was a 60-second ad. But I don't know. It's I don't know. But yeah, as an affiliate, you can get a little bit more money if you have ads during your stream. So, but anyway, so yeah, nice to have you along, Gung Ho Guy. Way off to my starboard side. We're just cruising along here. Let me see if I can't find some features that I can have an idea where we are in the flight. Check out skyvector.com. I don't think we've gone that far. There's like a river over there. I think we're coming up to the body of water that up ahead here, I think. Because I think this river over here goes into that lake somewhere up in here. So I think I know roughly where we are. We're almost halfway there, I think. Once I see that body of water, I can confirm or deny. You have a river to your starboard side, to your right side. Yeah, I think there's a couple rivers, but I'm looking for like a inland lake of some kind. That the river that would be to my left, my port side, would go to. Kind of like empties into that lake. Or maybe the lake is the source of the river, I don't know. One of the two. So, once I see that. Oh, interesting. So you're 67.5. So I must be roughly about the same, because we're... So yeah, that VOR DME must be very low powered. So we're more than halfway there. It was 187 nautical miles. So we've been flying for 56 minutes. Wow. Okay. That's a bit of a surprise. And you dialed in on that VOR DME there by Kolkata, Gung Ho? On 112.50? I'm guessing you did. Because you've flown with Captain R, so you know about that stuff. Not yet. Okay. So just based on the airport alone, you're 67.5 nautical miles from just the airport. Okay. That's fine, hippie. Go do what you gotta do. It's fine. No... Okay, I think I saw... Yep, okay, there's that lake, I think, coming up here. Is it supposed to be on our right or our left? Let me look. It's supposed to be on our right. Sorry. So it's supposed to be over here somewhere. And I don't think we're exactly on our... Daddy's going to say, screw it, he's going to go fishing. But he says he'll still be here. We'll see how long that lasts. Oh, Joseph. Joseph. Close to the airport is VE. Oh! Okay. Yeah, we're heading to VECC, Kolkata, is our final destination today. That's the name of the airport, or the four-letter code for the airport. So there's supposed to be one over here somewhere. I don't think I see an airport to my left. It's kind of hidden. Okay, you got VECC dialed. Very strange. You know, if it wasn't so hot, Joseph, I'd say maybe you should get outside, but I know you're... It seems like... And I'm sorry, but it seems like you're miserable no matter where you go right now, Joseph, to be honest. It's interesting that you've got that dialed in, and you're saying, well, it's got to be under 70 something nautical miles now, probably closer to 60. But yeah, I'm curious why we haven't picked up VORDME unless it's like really low powered VORDME. Too bad you don't have a pool nearby that you could just like go jump in for a while, although it'd probably be very crowded. But yeah, interesting. Wait a minute. Okay, an hour 36. This is interesting because my... Okay. Alright, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. So we just crossed an hour of flying. My app for my, whatchamacallit, or my... Okay. So yeah. So we are definitely going to be there before 2 hours and 14 minutes. If we got 55.6 nautical miles to go. I think I overestimated my math. I have to check my math. So I have the distance, which is 187 nautical miles, and I divided it by, I think I put 107, but okay, let's say 114. It came up with 1.74. So I'm like, okay, that's 2 hours, but so yeah, I tried to figure it out, but maybe I didn't do my math correctly. I gotta check how I calculate. So I'm trying to remember how... Now it's working. How to calculate it. But I thought I did it right. So this may be not a 2-hour flight. So we've been flying for just over an hour now, according to my stopwatch. When I started my chronometer, so to speak, on my laptop as soon as I powered up and we started moving down the runway. So yeah, I'm really curious why we have not. Hold on a second. 11250. Yep, that's the right VORDME. Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Yeah, it must be very low power, or for some reason today my navigation equipment is not working at all. The radio, this has not tuned in to point us. So I'm my guess is I'm gonna theorize here for a moment. I think what's going to happen is we're about 40 nautical miles out. That's when it's suddenly, or maybe even 30. That's when it's suddenly going to kick in. I think in a lot of these areas around the world, they have navigation aids, but they're not like super powerful navigation aids. It's almost like you have to be darn near right on top of the airport or something, or right on top of the VOR DME before it will give you a signal. So we'll see if my theory is correct. But that should automatically kick in once we pick up the signal. And I would yeah, that's what I thought, Gung Ho guy. That's what I had. That river is our final kind of a checkpoint. Then we know roughly where we are in relation to the airport. I had expected, and maybe I wasn't looking to the right at all, but there was supposed to be a body of water to the right, like a lake of some kind. But yeah, I think once we cross that river, that's when the VOR DME signal is gonna kick in. It's gonna be like, well, gee, it would have been nice if you kicked in about 70 nautical miles ago or so. So yeah, it's definitely going to be a shorter flight today, folks. And I may have overestimated the flight time, but I gotta check my numbers. But I know the distance is divided by your airspeed. So I know that much, but I may have misread my numbers. So that river should be not far up ahead of us then, I think. I have to admit, this plane is flying much better than expected. Even though we can't change the RPMs on the props, we can only change the mixture of the fuel, kind of thing. That's about it. So okay, there's a river here. Hold on a second. I think this is our river right here. I'm looking for the. Oh, I think I see. Yeah, we are way off our line, I think. I don't know. It's hard to tell. That might be our river. I don't know. Might not be. But that is a river. Are we about 30 nautical miles out now? Yeah, I think I'm pretty far off my flight path where I should be. Still haven't picked up that VOR DME. Interesting. Well, there's one way to find out. Nope, it's still not on the list. Interesting. It's still far. It would still be farther. So that can't be the river. I don't know. I'm confused now. 41 nautical miles out. So, well, okay. Airport's farther. Okay, there it is. Nope, that's not it. BECC. Oh, I think it's this one right here. I bet you that's it. It's number 3 in our hearts. Number 3 on the list, but number 1 in our hearts. There it is. Okay. So we are fairly close then. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and... Looks like, okay, this might be the actual river that I'm looking for. This body of water right here actually looks like the one on the sky vector chart. So, and then I think it goes on down to a... Yep, okay, this is the right one. This river right here is the one that I should have been looking for. So, yep, we are... Now we are on... Oh, and now look at that. There's our VOR DME finally kicked in. Yep, there it is. Wow. Okay. So yeah, this is not going to be a very long flight today. An hour 9 flying, almost an hour 10. So yeah, we are definitely not flying nearly 2 hours and 14 minutes. So my estimation is massively off. I gotta check my math for sure. So yeah, it's a very low power VOR DME. We've had some that were like, you know, now I wonder if we were in the 3M retrofit, if when that, you know, if we would have picked up on the little extra DME measurement panel that's over in this area on the retrofit, if it would have given us something more, you know, a distance much earlier than this. We're just going to go straight in on that runway. We're not going to do a... Yeah, it's... But, hey, we're almost there. That's the important part. We're going to start descending. A little bit. Oh, you know what I need to find out is the... Okay. 20 feet elevation for our runway. So we definitely got to drop a lot of altitude here. We need to be at least down to about 2,000 feet. Pretty soon. Yep, this is the body. This is the river we should have been keeping an eye out for. This one that we're right over right here. That's the one that's on the sky vector chart. Skyvector.com. Place for all of your in-sim now. Well, not in-sim. No. This is not for sim pilots. But you can use it. You just cannot file a flight plan because it's supposed to be for real pilots. That's what I've heard. But it's a very useful website for sure. Just remember, what's in the sim will not always be in SkyVector. Oops. Turn. Well, this will be a good flight today, I think. Well, it is a good flight. And thank you again, Gung Ho Guy, for joining. Greatly appreciate it. Let's get a little air in up here on the flight deck. It's a little sweltering here on the flight deck. the wonky navigating contributed to the sweltering of on the flight deck. So let's see, our airport is near. There is another big river, and just on the other side of that is our... Yeah, there's going to be a major river, and just on the other side of that is our airport. I think that's our river that we're looking for right there. I need my bionic eye to zoom in. Nope, that's a river. That's a river there. Well, thank you all for coming in and hanging out today. We've had quite a few viewers. Thank you again, US Hippie, for the follow. So, greatly appreciate it. Hopefully everybody has enjoyed the flight so far today. We will be landing in Kolkata here shortly. We just got to get over this river. And then we're going to turn in on a heading of 187. We can go ahead and... Well, once we're closer to that river, we'll dial in on 187, and we'll be... that's our true heading on our runway. Not to be confused with... Yeah. Exactly. Oh, well, now this is interesting. Both 19 right and 19 left have a true heading of 187. Huh. Okay. Well, you've been amazing, Joseph. You've been so amazing. I don't know if I would have made it today without you. And thank you, Mick, once again for flying with me yesterday for the flight down to Cancun. I let the lovely Doris know. So she was very happy. She will be listening to that flight later today. Give her something to listen to while she's at work. And she'll be, at some point, I know she's going to be thinking, oh, Quero. That's her nickname for him. You're welcome, Joseph. Thank you. Mr. Addies, what are you like today? So we'll get this downloaded and started processing over on the Tube of You. It will premiere tomorrow. I'm trying to get everything usually right about noontime, Eastern Standard Time, over on YouTube, so that it's fairly consistent. And then it's also, I'm not worried about the 24-hour thing. It's more than that, so it's fine. So yeah, tomorrow. I only did it for Doris. Well, thank you, Mick. Doris, he only did it for you. He didn't do it for our friendship. His and mine brotherhood across the Atlantic. He did it for you. There you go. Well, I'm glad, Mick. I was happy to have you along. It was nice. I thought for sure Joe was going to fly, but I forgot that the 484 and the new Isle of Wight route was coming out, so that negated his flying plans. Sunday, Mick, since you missed earlier on, we're going to do a flight over Canada. We're not going to do the Kit Fox. We're going to be in the Cessna 172. We're going to take off from this little airport near Door Lake, up near, I think it's Alberta, Canada. Oh, thank you, Nick. And we're going to fly over to a town called Regina, but we're going to have some nice navigation points along the way. So it's some very lovely Canadian scenery. So if you want to join me for that on Sunday, since you you've always wanted to do Canada, fly in Canada. So yeah, Northwest Canada, we're going to have some nice scenery, I think, for that. Charlie Airspace landing 1 right. Oh, you're talking about 01 right. I think it was the opposite. Yep, okay. Cool. Good stuff, Gung Ho guy. Appreciate it. Oh, there's my landing pattern. Now that's the left base into runway 19 right. So we want to dial, well, first off, let's turn this off, since we know where we are now. Let's go ahead and get some flaps so we can get slowed down. We want to turn on a heading of 187. That's our runway heading. So yeah, if you want to join me on Sunday, Mick, I figured it would be a really nice flight that you would enjoy. And 01 left. Okay. Oh, so you're landing on the same... Oh, wait. Hold on. Okay. So we're landing on the same runway. You're landing at one end and I'm landing at the other. Okay, so yeah, there's that river. Much larger river here in Kolkata. Kolkata. Is that a new language? Oh, Joseph, I'm never going to forget that. Honestly, I'm going to write a story. The language, and the new language and the mop. There's a story in there somewhere. I just know it. I just got to figure out what it is. Hello, Patrice. You got good breaks. Well, I mean, this thing will. Once I bleed off the speed, it will. It'll be fine. Um, so yeah, it's fine. Nice to see you here, Patrice. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're well. Patrice, one of the other founding members of the Uncle B Sim channel. One of my early subscribers. Thank you. Mick, of course, was the... He broke the mold. Oh, it's fine, Patrice. It's okay. You can always watch it later. Oh, Joseph, that's good. I'm glad to hear it. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to keep slowing down a bit here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn to the left a little bit, keep losing some altitude, and then we're going to turn in on the right and line up for our runway. That should give Gung Ho Guy plenty of time because he's in a bit faster plane. And, well, no, he's still turning. He's farther out than I am, I think. So. No, you're here for the exciting part, Patrice, the landing. This is the part that's the most... It's the most wonderful time of the stream. Alright, see, also the good thing was our VOR DME is, like I said before, is right above our... It's on this side of the runway, up in here somewhere. Somewhere over there. So that's a good thing. Well, hopefully wonderful. Hopefully wonderful. But it might be funny, too. A little bit of funny. Hopefully all the above. Alright. This guy's a big target. Yep, there you go. Alright, I'm gonna turn to the turn my laptop to the right there so I can focus on the landing. Nothing personal. I will catch up with the chat once we are on the ground. Got all of our flaps down. Assume the landing position. No, you're cleared to land. Somebody's out there in the Dark Star. Now, according to... Who was I watching? I think it was Captain R. Somebody did a round-the-world flight in the Dark Star. Took him about 4 hours to do, I think. Something like that. Gung Ho Guy and I are going to play chicken on the runway. Both of these are fairly long runways, so I think we're fine. Downtown Kolkata, part of it. I think that's the major part of the city's over there. I know it's evening time here already. Like late evening. It's probably already dark, quite honestly. Little bump, little bump. There we are. On behalf of myself and the entire flight crew, would like to welcome you to Kolkata, India. Local time is sometime in the evening. We understand and appreciate the fact that Joseph would rather be fishing right now. But we're glad he stuck around anyway. Alright, I'm going to get to that taxiway right up there, Gung-Ho. Oh, Patrice, thank you so much for that gifted subs. I appreciate that. Thank you. You are too kind, sir. Thank you so much. You're going to make me get all emotional and stuff on the as we're trying to taxi in. 5 subs. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I cannot thank you enough. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, there we are. It's all you, Gung-Ho guy. I want to get my... I know where I'm parking, but... parking, please. Yep, just landed. I'd say it was an hour 20... We'll say an hour 25 was our flight time. But we'll see how... how close I am on that. Yeah, it did not... It was not a... the flight did not take as long as I thought. So, let me reset that. Oops. Reset. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and we're parking right over there. Gung-Ho guy is on his way in. Yeah, very nice of you. Appreciate that. The funny thing is, and I'm not trying some of the folks that you gifted subs to may not even realize it. I don't know that they're in the chat, to be honest. Vengeful is. Ooh, wow, we are just zipping along here. Kind of cutting the corner here. Let's see if Vengeful is on the ground yet. He's still on his way in. It's a it's not very far off the ground. It's a very low runway, Gung-Ho. It's only like 12 feet above sea level or something like that. Oh, thank you, Patrice. I appreciate that. I do my best. All right, let's wait for a Gung-Ho guy to land, and then we'll wrap things up. Do appreciate everybody coming in today. So we will be back tomorrow in the King Air 350i if you want to fly with me. We are going from Mountain Air I will put the information over in the almost chopping off the yeah, just almost, but not quite. You know, but it's cool because he's getting a little fan action. You know, he's like, oh, that's nice and cool. Let me keep my hands up. Ooh, that feels so good. Once Gung Ho is parked next to us, we will get a group picture here. And he's like, oh yeah, that feels good. That feels so good. He's like, you have no idea. I've been standing out here waiting for you guys for the last 45 minutes. Sweat my butt off. Well done, Gung Ho guy. He's coming along. That DA-40 is such a fun little plane to fly. Very, got a little bit of zip to it. But that is, see, that's the funny thing. I have the DA-40, so I don't know why it's not showing as the DA-40. And see, now your name disappeared. Oh, there we go. All right, let's get a family photo here real quick. Ta-da! So let's shut down the plane. There we go. Hour 29, so I wasn't too far off. I put an hour 25 for my estimated landing time, but it was an hour 29. So that is not bad at all. Not bad at all. Well, thank you, Joseph. Yeah, thank you, Gung Ho guy. Greatly appreciate having you along. That was nice. Nice surprise. So, yeah, glad you could jump in and fly. I don't know when, I honestly don't know when you jumped in. I just happened to look out there and I'm like, oh, wait, there he is. He snuck in on me. Well, the DA-40 isn't a small, it is a small plane, really, Joseph, but it's just not, that's not what it looks like, actually. Matter of fact, I'll show you. Hold on, let me put my hours in here. Hold on. I'll show you what it really looks like. VECR. Oh, VERC. VECC. 012947. All right. I just want to note my hours here. Oh, about 15 minutes in. Okay. So here's what the DA-40 actually looks like. There's two models, I think, of the DA-40 in the sim. You get I think there's a diesel engine DA-40NG, and then there's a, so it's Diamond Aviation. So he's in this plane right here. That's what it looks like. So it is a fairly small plane. I think Diamond Air Aviation is Chinese? Oh, so there's a diesel powered. I think they're out of China, maybe. I think I looked it up. But yeah, it's a pretty cool little plane. So I've been at 86. Oh, so look at this. On a completely different note. My flight yesterday with Mick, hours gone. The flight I did on Monday, gone. The flight I did Monday afterwards in the F-35, gone. So, yeah, just hours keep getting sent to the trash can for some reason. I don't know why. So, but anyway, Yeah, it's a nice little plane. It is. I've flown it before. It's been a while since I've flown it, but it is a fun little plane to fly, actually. Um, so yeah, it's a good little plane. Very, it's got very modern stuff, all that fancy stuff. So, let me just. What's that? Oh yeah, the hour is just. It's. I don't know why. I honestly don't know why. It's just very strange. So, so there we are. So from on Monday, we're going from here to here, and I think we have two nav points. So I think there's one somewhere here, and then we're going to go down the coast or something like that. But our airport is going to be right there. That's where we're landing, right there on the coast. So, and I think our first nav point is somewhere. I don't remember where, but I think we go across this way or something like that, and then down the coast to our destination there. So, oh, let me refresh so we are caught up where we are. Oh, wow, 14 people suddenly decided to pop in. Thank you. So we are wrapping things up here. So thank you all again for coming in and hanging out. Thank you again, Gung Ho Guy, for joining on the flight, and thank you again to Patrice for the 5 subs that were gifted. Greatly appreciate that. So if you got a sub from Patrice, please make sure you say thank you if you haven't already. I have to go and see who you. Matter of fact, before I go, let me scroll back up here and look at those gifts so that I can take a screenshot of that and I know it was here somewhere. Oh, it's no longer in the chat. I'll have to look. Oh, maybe here. Nope, not report. Oh, I'll see if I can't figure it out who those went to so they can. I know somebody got one, and I think it was Vengeful Squid that got one and already said thanks. But anyway, that's going to do it for today, folks. Thank you once again for coming in and hanging out. I will see you all tomorrow, 7:10 Eastern, 11. Oh yes, please, Ambella, if you could take a screenshot and send it to me on the Discord, I'd greatly appreciate it. Yeah, I think you can because you're a mod. You can see those sorts of things. Um, Yep, 7:10 Eastern, 11:10 UTC, 12:10 UK. The flight plan or the particulars will be in the Discord here a little bit later. It's going to be an IFR flight. It shouldn't take very long, but it's going to be very scenic as well. So it'll be a nice fun time. So if you want to join for that in the King Air 350i, everybody should have access to it if you want to fly. If not, it's perfectly fine as well. So do enjoy. I have been and always shall be your host and pilot, Uncle B. Do enjoy the rest of your Wednesday morning, afternoon, or evening, early Thursday, depending on where you are in the world. Until then, peace. Live long and prosper.